Oh, I don't know. I think we're live now. Hey, thanks for tuning in to Ben Smoking. I don't know if that first 4 minutes was done right. Uh, everyone that's rewatching, I'm sorry, but it is the New Year's Eve, 2025. We were gonna do a cigar review for the Avowed 1125, but it's raining out and it's too close to midnight. So we're gonna save that for the first cigar of 2026. 2025 was really great. We had a great time doing all the virtual lounge events. Thank you everyone that came and hung out in the Discord. It was fun celebrating birthday smokes and other big moments. We got to do our first branded hosted night where Michael Herclock's Ferriotego Cigars got to come hang out with us. That was pretty special. He smoked with he smoked with us while I was enjoying for the first time the Elegancia 2023. Shouts out to Leo for the hookup. I totally fell behind on the channel of getting my edits through. We grew our first tobacco crop, the Ben Groen. We grew the Virginia smoking leaf. Ended up getting that to harvest. We are in the deep fermentation. It's quite an interesting challenge doing everything on an indoor, very small scale, but we're getting there. We got to smoke in both a cigar format and a pipe tobacco. Our next crop is up and moving, the Florida Sumatra that was donated the seeds from Burn 'em Down James. Shouts out James. We started a new series, Ben Boozin'. Totally fun. It's really nice to have an indoor something going on where I got to do the reviews of pours. My friends, both Zach's and Toby and Keith, have all donated some samples to the channel. Toby actually gave me a really cool bottle. We got to do the reveal of that video next year. But we got 25 reviews up there, getting through a lot of bourbons, rye, scotch. It's really fun. Zach from the Cut ended up hooking me up with 17, I think 17 blind bottles, little samples that there's a key code. My wife is holding on to it, so I don't know what they are. We're gonna end up getting to do some blind tastings. That's pretty fun. Uh, and caffeinated, we're gonna end up still going through the all those cool coffees from the Cosmic Beans and Things. I did learn in that if you don't open them, you could end up keeping them in a fresh storage by putting them in a freezer. So in 2026, we will review all those coffees plus some new ones. Pretty fun. We just got back from watching the Stranger Things finale. That was super cool to see it in the theater. Very limited showings only tonight and tomorrow. So whoever gets to see it, very cool. If you see it just on Netflix, that's cool too. But the theater was really fun. Nice to watch it on a big screen. Some disappointing news though. We got our UTL list, the unflavored tobacco list. Was hoping that this did not get posted, but the Surgeon General ended up gathering all the regulation fees and samples from over 6,500 entries. A lot of the stuff probably shouldn't qualify because it totally is flavored. They got all types of backwoods and the game and all different stuff that I know is totally flavored, but they paid to play, so that's kind of how California regulations go. It will be interesting to see what happens to our market because if they're not on the list or if they might be exempt if they end up having a certain price point, then they will be potential fines or termination for retailers and brands. Kind of scary. I'm glad that I got some smokes because I'm kind of sad that a lot of stuff I might not have access to locally, even online sales. So I did a quick view of the Excel sheet. It is very expansive. There's a whole lot of cigarettes and zins and cigarillos, but there are cigars, some cigars that I've never even heard of. Bronx Tail, but there are a bunch of brands that have came to play and got a lot of representation. Adventura got the Barbarossa, uh, Bar- Barbarossa, the King's Gold, Queen's Pearl, anything that's above the threshold price point gonna be accepted. Um, Aganorsa Leaf got their anniversarios and validations. Rare Leaf, Arsenio, those are good to go. Aging Room, Cuatro, they entered everything that they had. AJ Fernandez got a lot of entries. Foundation got a lot of entries. Aladino 85th. They got most of their portfolio. There's a few certain sizes that I hope will still make it, but we will see what's going on with that. Uh, Alcazar. I don't know what that is. I don't know what brand that is, but it's on there. Alec Bradley got a lot of their cigars. We got somebody watching. Thank you for tuning in. We're going over the unflavored tobacco list summary that we compiled really quick. I am proud that I'm pretty good at summarizing my research and was able to uh, give myself a nice cheat sheet of what is acceptable in the California market. APS cigars. I have not heard of them. They put in like 10 or so entries. I don't know if they're any good. I'm going to have to try to figure that out. Artista cigars. I've smoked them. They make a pretty decent amount of stuff. They got a good representation. Okay, now it's getting to the fun. Uh, Arturo Fuente. They put in a lot of entries. The the Cajones, the Casa Cuba, Cazadores, Chateau Fuente, Corona Imperial, Curly Heads. I didn't really like that one too much, but it's good to have a cheaper price point. And then where it gets really interesting, we got the Don Carlos 90 años in both the 90 count and the 5 count uh, packaging is clear to go in 2026. That has sold out in most places that were able to get the release. What does that mean? I don't know if that means that we're going to end up getting more in 2026. I don't know. Oh, okay. Now I see the comments. What up, Texas Taurus? Cheers. Sympathies for the wife. Probably not having a good time, but much love. Hope you could get out of the doghouse. Um, be safe. Be safe when with your drinking. I always promote safe drinking in moderation, but it's celebration time, so I get it. Uh, all acid cigars. We're gonna get to there. Still in the Fuente, the Don Carlos. The Bull made it. Don Carlos Petit Lancero. That one made a very limited release. I don't know if it's just protecting what's on the shelf. They did not put the DC Shark, Eye of the Shark, not present. I don't know what that means. It's kind of scary. Double Chateau, Imperados, all the Hemingways. I didn't know Black Pink and Rare Pink were both considered Hemingways. They're good to go. Maduro, Magnamar. I love the Magnamar. That's a great affordable smoke. Unnamed Reserve. I know that a lot of people like that one. That's pretty cool. Uh, Opus X only showed up in 3 sizes. Um, the Pussycat. I don't really know what size that is. I don't know. Toy Maker makes some funny cigars, but I like OG Opus. I think that the Dominican wrappers got a lot to offer. A lot of people say that they got Dominican wrapper. It is definitely a hard crop to do, so I think it definitely holds its value. I don't like the crazy markup on the Opus, but I was really surprised not to see the Opus 25th, 20th. Uh, I didn't see anything God of Fires from Prometheus. Kind of weird, but I guess if they're above the 44 MSRP or whatever, then they're exempt. Altadis pretty much put in everything that they offer. Ashton got a lot going on. The 898 Age Maduros, the Cabinet, Symmetry, VSG, no ESG. I think Peter's gonna be okay with when he comes to visit California. No ESGs. I don't think he likes those. Uh, La Aroma de Cuba, San Cristobal, and Quorum. We got a big representation. Shouts out Skinny Money, putting Quorum on the map. Asylum. Got pretty much all the asylums in there. They are the masters of the big ring gauge with actual great tobacco. They're pretty good. Avo Cigars got a good representation. Shouts out to Avowed Cigars. They got a great representation of the New Dawn, the Vow, and special cigar that's coming out in 2026. Be on the lookout. I am much looking forward to it. Baccarat. Cavalier. Cavalier got cigars going on in California. UTL list. Drew Estate. They cover a lot of different stuff because they're owned by or kind of under the umbrella of Swisher. But for the premium cigars, they got the 20 Acre Farms, the Black and M81 and S84, Chateau Real. I actually like that one pretty good. The Deadwood series, totally flavored or infused. I don't get on how that got on there, but you pay to play, you could get to do stuff. Like Texas Taurus said, acids, those are up on there, and factory smokes. They put all the factory smokes. It's definitely showing on what big brands are moving and what they're able to have representation in California. Black Label Trading Company got a big set of stuff. General Cigars. This really blew my mind a little bit because I know that the Bolivar, CAO, Chillin' Moose, Cohiba Red Dot, El Rey de Mundo, Lagoria Cubana, Macanudo, Room 101, Punch, Partagas. I knew that those were all General Cigars. I did learn about some of the Sazerac cigars, the Buffalo Trace, E.H. Taylor, Eagle Rare. Um, I've only had the Buffalo Trace cigar. It wasn't very great flavors, but good construction. I'm kind of curious to do some of the pairings, but uh, Rocky Patel is listed under the General Cigars umbrella. I thought he was independent. I didn't know that. JC Newman pretty much got their whole portfolio up on the map. I, that is awesome because JC Newman was one of my brands of the year. Not all S tiers, but a lot of great stuff that I love smoking. So I'm happy that I'm going to have plenty of access to JC Newman because they make some very premium tobacco cigars, but they also make a lot of affordable budget sticks. The factory bundles are really good. I found Leo hooked me up with some that end up being very close to the Diamond Crown profile. I like that a lot. Crown Heads and Osgener Family Cigars got a big representation. My Father's Cigars, Oliva, those are staples. You find those everywhere. They are not leaving. Caldwell. Really haven't smoked much Caldwell. I haven't really found anything I've loved, but they got representation. They're going to be around Davidoff. Davidoff got a lot different uh, branding. The Camachos, the Cusano was one of the first cigars that I came to love. Very affordable bundles and boxes made out of the same factories. So that's real cool that they're keeping that brand alive. The Anniversario are great. And even the really small cigarellos, those are cheap, great cigars with good Dominican tobacco inside. The Escurio, Grand Cru, Millennium, Nicaragua, the Primeros tins, signatures, the Winston Churchill, and the late hours Xeno. I didn't see Xeno Platinum. I don't know if that's because they price above the threshold or not. I don't know. I don't know if that means that we lose Xeno Platinum. I like it. I think that there's some great stuff in there, and I'm sad to see it go if we don't get to have those. Psycho 7. I did not know that those were a Davidoff distribution. That I think that's cool. Glad that they're going to still be around. EPC, also known as Casa Carrillo, smoked the 15th anniversary in 2025. I thought that was great. There's a whole lot of other EPCs out there that are awesome. La Aurora, very good legacy brand that's been around for a long time, rolling great cigars. Leo really helped me get in touch on having good access to a lot of the different profiles under La Aurora. Javi, you helped me out too. Really cool that I still have a lot more to try, but some great smokes under La Aurora. One of the bangers that came out this year, the Chimoli. They are an Asian inspired brand. Pretty cool. What up, Crispin? I got to catch a little bit of his live before going out to the movies. He did the top bottles of 2025 and his recap with his wife. I think that's pretty cool. I did my little bit of recap of how we did on the channel. Plus, I'm going over the California UTL Summary, the unflavored tobacco list. So in 2020, 2022, we passed a law banning flavored tobacco. Regulation ended up saying you got to register and prove that your tobacco is not flavored to be sold in the California market. Kind of weird that a whole lot of flavored stuff showed up out of the 6,500 entries, but we're we're still going over some of the stuff that's on there. They enter them in on alphabetical order, and then you can kind of see what brand is represented there. So they end up putting a lot of West Tampa products. So even though it's a W brand, it came in the C's because the Circle of Life, um, the white, black, and red showed up. I did not see the Attic series, but uh, their main core line was on there. CLE, I like CLE. Their Iroa family tobacco. CLE is great. Regis cigars. I had a couple Regis this year. I liked them. Glad that they're still around. This one's kind of funny. Um, I don't see anybody in the community smoke these, but that they made it on the list means that there's some bucks behind them. The Cuban rounds and Cuban rejects. They kind of got a Cohiba looking band on them. I smoked one for my first April Fools on the channel. Wasn't a bad first third, but was pretty nasty. You're not really supposed to smoke those down. It was pretty awful. But they put some money behind it. They don't want to go away. I think that a lot of people get them that really aren't deep into the hobby, but yeah, both the weird Cuban knockoffs they're going to be around. Diesel cigars. People hate on a lot of diesel smokes. I actually really like the Maduro, the vintage Maduro. Some of the whiskey infused stuff is pretty nice. Had a good time with that. Shouts out to Whittlebacks. Um, I like them. I'm gonna smoke some more diesel in 2026. The El Pupo cigars. It's got a octopus guy with the top hat. They're pretty nice. Javi put me on those. All the sizes: the eel, the squid, the fry. Uh, they got some bellicoso. They got a bunch of sizes in the same blend, so those are pretty nice. Espinosa on the list, pretty hard. Also getting the knuckle sandwich. Shouts out, guy. That's it. Probably the best celebrity cigar out. He actually is not just doing a cash grab. He does love the community, puts in the effort, not just showing up and ditching out after the crowd shows up. Um, Mike Tyson, if I ever get to meet you, I would definitely smoke with you. I don't know if your cigars are really any good. I really haven't found any Gurkha cigars that I like, but you got to stay with your brand if you're going to be representing a brand. Um, I don't know. Shouts out to Guy though. He's doing his work. Shouts out to Michael Herclocks again with Ferio Tego. You are going to be in California, represented with your cigars. I had a great time smoking that Elegancia with you. Very cool. Yeah, Gurkha. I don't know why so many tobacconists try to get me to smoke the Gurkha. Um, Anyone that wants some Gurkha, let me know. Leo gave me a bunch of Gurkha to hand out. I try to give them out. They're not good, but Sometimes when you want to smoke and your taste buds are messed up, instead of just resting them, smoke something that you normally wouldn't like. I do like the Illusione. There's some good stuff in there, some not good stuff, but every palate's different, so you might like some of the Illusione out there. The list, we got through most of it. There's not much left. Christoph cigars, pretty good. Not super great, but I see them. They're not going anywhere. LFD. LFD, you make some great stuff. Definitely a unique Dominican profile. You threw me off with your list. You listed so much stuff that I recognize, and I ran out of time doing my brand deep dive. We're going to continue with the super video where I mash up like 8 cigars in one giant review of smashed together edits. Uh, I ran out of time. I wasn't able to get through them all, but you didn't put the pool on the UTL. What does that mean? Are you not going to put the Andalusian Bull in California? I don't get it. La Galera got some representation. Lampert Cigars, shouts out Lampert. I like everything I've smoked from you, Stefan. Keep pushing out great stuff. Uh, go check out the Black Card. He's opening up some more representation, so you could end up getting some special unreleased or exclusive stuff. Leaf by Oscar, always been finding you out in California, so those are pretty cool. What's up, Carpenter Mike? We are going over our UTL list. I was gonna be smoking, but it's all types of rainy outside, and I don't want to mess up my 1125. So we won't have this in the reviews for this year, but in 2026 it will. You are probably already into next year. I still got an hour to go. But yeah, UTL list only got 6,500 entries. A lot of them are flavored cigarettes. I don't understand it. I don't think this is going to really fly, but we're still going through the summary. Uh, Natsico and Epic, they are tied together. One of the first cigars that I got to smoke and try to dig into something that I knew wasn't heavily mainstream. There's some okay stuff in there. Nothing really special, but they got a great presence in California, so they're keeping their spot. 1113. Dang. Yeah, he's future dweller. But we'll be with you soon. Okay, so we are less than 10 to go in the UTL list of brand representation. The Padrones, I didn't see any of the PB series, but pretty much any of the core line was on the UTL list. Uh, they they sell in California. We always get premium price points on the Padrones. They sell out. They are going to still be around. They I only really find the naturals in the stores because people buy out the Maduros. They like getting them from the local shop. Patina, they did pretty good this year. I saw some people smoke some good ones, so they got a lot of representation on their brand. Perdomo got pretty much their whole portfolio. Like every single Perdomo that they currently make is gonna be active in California. I don't second guess why. I know that they're very consistent for what they do. They're not super expensive, so nothing is exempt. They don't really make a cigar that's in the $40 price range. Bring back the Criollo 10-year. If you could do that, I would really be down. I'll smoke Perdomo. I like their style. They're not really my favorite, but they're okay. Placencia got some representation. They got a lot of their stuff. I didn't see any of the Zodiacs, but all the Consechas, the Fuegos and Fuertes, they made it on there. Uh, More stuff made by La Aurora, the Sinistro brand. I see them around. The Lost Cowboy are pretty awesome. The Dynamite cigar, I haven't tried it, but it's interesting looking. Mr. White, Mr. Gold, Mr. Black, Mr. Sinistro, they're pretty decent. Um, some of them can be pretty bold. I got to get into them after seeing Whelan and Keith jump into the Sinistros. I got a few more that I'm going to try to smoke and review in 26. Technically another My Father brand, but Tatuaje. You got a lot of representation in California. I think that's great. I enjoy a lot of Tatuaje. It was really fun doing the whole Monster series or the Skinny Monster. That that was a lot of fun to smoke a bunch of Lancero Tatuajes. It really showed me where my palate was because I did really enjoy some of the ones that other people do, and some of them that like I didn't like the Tiff. Hound Dog loves the Tiff, but I love the face. The face is number one by far, super good. Villiger cigars have been creeping up. They put their core line on the list. Sadly, none of their limiteds made it. Just kind of bummers, but and we got Warped. Finishing out with Warped. We're missing a lot. We're missing a lot of boutique. We're missing the ultra premiums, no selected tobacco, or any United cigars. I guess that some of the places that have their own platform to sell through on the online, they are going to go through the UPS or USPS, United Postal Service. So, uh, two guys, they have all the selection tobacco stuff. They are going to rely on the federal system, that them being operating in another state, that they don't have to follow California rules. Pretty interesting of a approach. I like my select tobacco, so I really hope that they're going to be around. I don't know. AG cigars. I really hope that we're going to end up being able to smoke those. I know that us knowing Alex in the Cud is going to give us some access, but how are they going to make it into some of the brick and mortars? I don't know. It's really tough. But we're going to try to keep upgrading the audio. I think the headset's been pretty fun. Can't really walk in headset, but we'll try to do another upgrade and get to a better mic. I found my lighting, so we could do the nighttime reviews in the car when it's not crazy out. Keep doing the whiskey reviews because those are pretty fun. We've been collecting some tequilas, so the tequila reviews are going to be coming to get back to the coffee and growing segments, but just keep polishing on what we're doing. I got to do my top 10. It's probably going to be top 15 cigars for 2025. 1125 Avowed is not going to make it, but we have a lot of stuff that still needs to be edited. So I got about 2 weeks for the half wheel consensus to calculate. So we will do a live to provide my list. I don't know on how the first 4 minutes went on here because I'm not sure if we were totally live yet, but I wanted to cover the recap and go over the UTL. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. Luckily, I got plenty of smokes to get through. Been piping. We're gonna keep doing the pipe reviews. I got a lot of segments filmed. Got to do the edits on them. Um, Working on my own pipe blend out of the Virginia tobaccos. That's really fun. What are some suggestions or recommendations? What do you guys want to see? Let me know in the comments. Happy New Year. Be safe out there, and let's let's crush those goals. Thank you for tuning in. It's been smoking. Oh, aromatics. This is just winding down. So we did our recap of 2025, all the cool segments we did. We got the UTL list. I did a summary of a lot of the more premium cigar brands that made it onto the unflavored tobacco list. I really have liked watching your channel. Your growing and rolling really inspired me in 2025. Um, I I definitely want to touch base offline. Um, Definitely want to connect with you a bit more in 2026. Uh, Hit me up, or I'll hit you up. It's like a 40-minute live. Hope you guys doing well. Totally random, unscheduled, but hope you have a good one. Thanks for tuning in.